Good morning, it's Trevor, your host on New York Podcast, on another episode. In this episode, we're going to talk about the fire at Penn Station in the West Tunnels. Right now, it says if you're looking at train sets board right now, it's seeing a mess. There's a very direct little answer to your question. There was just a major electrical fire on a maintenance vehicle on the western approach to Penn Station. However, if you ask about the massive long-term infrastructure overhaul for those western tubes, officially known as the North River Tunnels, the situation is a bit more complicated. We explain exactly what's going on. The immediate emergency track fire delays. A fire broke out on an Amtrak contractor's maintenance vehicle just outside the Western Hudson River Tunnels. The vehicle was actively cleaning the blast, the crushed rock stabilizing the cracks when the blast started. The impact has knocked out power and severely disrupted both New Jersey Transit and Amtrak service into and out of Penn Station from the west. This is the second major infrastructure fire in just a couple weeks, following an East River Tunnel electrical fire on May 14th, highlighting just how fragile the area's aging transit core is right now. The long-term reality of the repairs. The two western tunnels beneath the Hudson River are over 110 years old and still suffer from severe deep-seated structural damage from saltwater corrosion left behind from Superstorm Sandy back in 2012. Amtrak crews have been patching up the concrete and repairing crumbling bench walls, the concrete ledges housing cables on weekends for years. However, full comprehensive rehabilitation of the West Tunnels cannot actually begin for nearly a decade. The reason comes down to a brutal math problem. The two existing tubes currently run at 100% capacity during peak hours. Taking even one tube down for rebuild would cut service into New York City from the west by an estimated 75%, gridlocking the region and costing the local economy an estimated $100 million a day. The game plan: because they can't shut down the tunnels down, the repairs are completely tied to the Gateway Tunnel project. The first step right now, crews are currently preparing the massive tunnel boring machines TBMS to begin digging a brand new double track rail tunnel under the Hudson River. That's in the second phase will be beginning in 2035. Once a new Gateway Tunnel is fully open to traffic, Amtrak will finally have the breathing room to completely shut down the old western tunnels one at a time. Step 3, in 2038, each old tube will undergo an extensive 18-month gut rehab, stripping them down to the concrete liners, putting in modern track systems, and installing new fire safety tech, bringing the project to final completion. Until those new tracks are dug, the West Tunnels are essentially on life support, with crews doing emergency maintenance over weekends and hoping to avoid major equipment failures like the one today. So this seems like it's going to be a long project coming along, so I guess get ready for a rough ride for at least the next decade. And the way that they do things, let's say make it 2, because when money comes in and problems, they put pause on contracts and they go back, so it's always a continuing battle. So for more stories like these, follow us on our Spotify channel, and also you connect us on YouTube. You can search in the Google engine New York Podcast, it will come up. Also, Adventurous Tours NY is teaming up with Global Digital Bipping for Western African tours like Nigeria, and also looking into a couple other destinations. They can be contacted at BIMPY, that's BIMPY 2011 at gmail.com, or you can contact Adventurous Tours NY directly at eventtoursny at gmail.com, and they can also be contacted too for New York City tours as well. Until the next story, have a great day.